Hey everyone, Minibrick here, and today I've got another LEGO Mario video for you all. You guys seem to really love both Mario and Among Us, and I love making these kinds of sets, so when you put two and two together, it just makes sense for me to make another Mario video. Today we'll be taking a look at a custom LEGO Super Mario expansion course, the Big Urchin Beach. This set contains 259 pieces and comes with 3 characters, as well as an interesting play feature, so make sure to stick around to see how it works. And I'd also like to give you guys a quick reminder that only 3% of you guys watching this video are subscribed, so if you're not subscribed but love LEGO custom sets and figures, make sure to consider subscribing below with notifications. For those who are already subscribed, thank you so much. It means a lot. But all that aside, let's take a look at what Big Urchin Beach has to offer, starting with the 3 characters included in this custom course. The first character I decided to include was Cheep Cheep. So this guy is a figure we've already seen multiple times in LEGO Super Mario in the first wave, but I wanted to choose a character that could jump out of the water in-game in order to work with a play feature that you guys will see later on in this video. So the build is actually identical to the builds for Cheep Cheep that we already have, but the only difference for this set is that I used the feather piece for the fins instead of the new piece because unfortunately the program I used didn't have the new piece. So ideally this set would come with the new piece, but for now this is just what I had to do. But either way, like I said, the build is exactly the same, so the action tile will be located on the back of Cheep Cheep. And the second character in this set is Blooper. Again, nothing too special, but I just really like bloopers, and I think this would be a cool place to add him since it's a water-themed course. Like with Cheep Cheep, Blooper's action tile is located on its back, so what you'll have to do is actually knock it down first, and then you'll be able to defeat him with LEGO Mario or LEGO Luigi. And the third character is actually the main character in this set, the Big Urchin. So this build was actually super fun to design because I really wanted to stay true to the Urchin LEGO released in the LEGO Super Mario character packs. So I made sure to use the same colors as well as the same stylized eyes for the print. And the way Big Urchin works is that you have to jump on the action tile located on its back 5 times in order to defeat it. But if you jump on Big Urchin more than 5 times, you'll actually end up taking some damage and you'll lose some coins as well. So what you have to do is actually pay super close attention in order to stay on track and finish the level without wasting time or wasting coins. And here is the entire course. This course was inspired by the levels in New Super Mario Bros. U, which is actually one of my favorite Mario installments because it was just super fun to play with my brother as a kid. And either way, I went on with a mixture of grass and water platforms, as well as a few coral platforms in Azure. And for the grass platforms, instead of going with the nougat dirt that LEGO Super Mario uses in a lot of sets, I actually went with the stone gray bricks in order to emphasize that this is based on the Wii U level, which has stone instead of dirt. I also included 2 water spouts whose builds were actually really inspired by the builds used in the Urchin character pack that came out this year. So it just really connects everything together, and you can actually take those urchins from the character packs and add them to this set, and it just fits in really well. This also brings me to a big play feature of this course, and this play feature is actually the play feature I mentioned earlier with Cheep Cheep. Since this set would hypothetically release alongside the Luigi starter course, I figured it would be a great idea to include 2-player play features into this set. With this play feature, what you'll need to do is that the player is supposed to avoid being hit by Cheep Cheep, which can be launched by pressing a lever. So this way friends can really try to sabotage each other when they're playing the level, and if you get hit, you'll have to retry the jump and you'll lose some time in the process. So like I said, I really wanted to emphasize the 2-player features because I think this would be really fun to play with another friend. Maybe you're trying to beat them, their high score, and in order to sabotage them, and this kind of ties into Among Us, in order to sabotage them, you have to flick it at the perfect time in order to hit the person playing. And on top of the cheap play feature, I also included a superstar block in the very back, and I chose this because I had already done a mystery block in my Luigi starter course, which by the way you can check out in the upper right on the card. If you haven't already seen that video, I highly recommend it if you're a LEGO Mario fan. So by adding a superstar block, it kind of spices things up and it gives you a different block to add to your starter courses or to any courses in general. In my opinion, I think superstars are a little too overpowered because like it makes it so you can like one hit every enemy. But I think if you're not really a big fan of them like I am, you can just swap it out for something else super easily. That's what makes LEGO Super Mario super great, is that you can really customize your courses, you can really change things around and swap things out. So if you're not a big fan, you can just take it out and put something else. In addition to the superstar block, I also added a wooden bridge that you'll need to cross in order to advance to the main character, which is the Big Urchin. Once you finish defeating the Big Urchin by hitting it exactly 5 times, you can finally finish the level at the Luigi flagpole. I chose to make it a Luigi flag because I really wanted to emphasize that this wave is for Luigi, similarly to how last wave put an emphasis on Mario by including Mario flags and things like that. And here's another version of the exact same course. This time I switched things up a little bit and I decided to save the cheap launcher for the very end and put the Big Urchin before that in the front. This goes to show how you can really be creative with the LEGO Super Mario courses, and there's like infinite possibilities with what you can do to arrange your levels, and it just changes things up, you know, every single time. Every single time you play the rounds, it's completely different. And that wraps up my showcase of a custom LEGO Super Mario Big Urchin Beach set. Again, I'd like to emphasize that unfortunately this set is 100% custom, so you can't buy it at any store at the moment. However, I'm like super confident and like pretty sure that LEGO will make a Big Urchin set at some point in the future, because I think it just really translates well into LEGO, so I really couldn't see them not doing this. But either way, make sure to check out my other LEGO Super Mario videos in case you haven't seen them yet. I've got a custom LEGO Super Mario Luigi starter course, which hopefully might exist this winter, as well as a custom LEGO Super Mario Character Pack Series 2, which will definitely exist this winter, because we've already got rumors that another character pack is going to be released over winter. So if you'd like to see what my guesses are, check that video out. If you like anything else LEGO Super Mario, then you'll definitely love those 2 videos, but either way, make sure to give me suggestions for future videos, whether it be more Mario videos or something completely different, because I read every suggestion and I love hearing your guys' feedback and thoughts on these videos. By the way, I've also got a new LEGO Ideas project, Luxo Jr., and I'll be making an entire video on it later sometime on this channel, but for now, make sure to check it out and support it on LEGO Ideas. I'm going to put the link right below in the description so you can check that out. But all that aside, thank you all so much for watching and for your support, and until next time, see ya.